In the quiet moments when the world fades into the background, you might find yourself questioning your journey. Why do you feel stuck, drained, or uninspired? It's easy to mistake endless hustle for progress, to believe that burning the midnight oil is the only way to shine. But here's the truth: burning bright doesn't mean burning out. Each of us has a spark, a light within that drives us. It's that whisper of a dream, the vision of a better version of ourselves, the hope for something extraordinary. That spark doesn't demand we exhaust ourselves to keep it alive. It asks us to nurture it, to fuel it with intention, focus, and balance. Think about the stories of the greats, the pioneers, and the achievers. They didn't get to where they are by running on empty. They thrived because they understood their rhythm, their pace. They knew when to push forward and when to step back, when to persevere and when to pause. They mastered the art of sustainable motivation, the kind that doesn't fade but grows stronger with time. Sustainable motivation begins with clarity. Why are you doing what you're doing? Strip away the noise and find your why, not the why society tells you, not the why someone else thinks you should have. Your why. It's deeply personal, and it's your anchor when the waters get rough. When the world feels heavy, your why reminds you of your purpose and reignites your passion. Once you've found your why, protect it fiercely. The world will often try to pull you in a million directions. The pressures, the expectations, the comparisons, they're distractions disguised as necessities. Guard your focus. Channel your energy into what truly matters to you. Prioritize progress over perfection and consistency over intensity. Remember, it's the small, deliberate steps that pave the way to greatness. Rest is not the enemy of progress. Rest is the foundation of it. Society celebrates grinding and glorifies busyness, but burnout is not a badge of honor. To burn bright, you must recharge. Rest doesn't mean giving up, it means gathering strength to come back stronger. So take those moments to breathe, to disconnect, to reflect. Rest is where creativity flourishes, where clarity emerges, and where resilience is born. Discipline is your ally. Motivation is fleeting, a spark that comes and goes, but discipline is the fire you build. It's waking up each day and committing to your vision, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. It's about showing up again and again for yourself and your dreams. Let's talk about self-compassion. On this journey, you'll stumble. You'll face setbacks, doubts, and failures. And that's okay. Treat yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Every stumble is a lesson. Every failure a stepping stone. Growth isn't linear, and progress isn't always visible. Trust the process and trust yourself. Surround yourself with the right people. Energy is contagious. Seek those who uplift you, who believe in you, who challenge you to grow without tearing you down. The right environment can fuel your motivation and keep you grounded. Remember, you're the average of the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Celebrate the wins, big and small. Often we're so focused on the destination that we forget to appreciate the journey. Each step forward is progress. Each moment of effort is worth acknowledgement. Celebrate yourself, not just for what you achieve, but for the courage to keep going. Your light is unique, and the world needs it. But the world doesn't need you to burn out trying to prove your worth. Burn bright by embracing balance, by staying true to your values, and by honoring your limits. Burn bright by being kind to yourself, by fueling your fire with intention, and by resting when you need to. Burn bright because you were made to shine, not to fade. In every challenge, find the lesson. In every setback, see the opportunity. In every moment, remember that you are enough, just as you are. Your journey is your own, and it's one worth pursuing with strength and grace. Burn bright, not out. You've got this. Every single one of us carries within us an extraordinary power, a potential so vast, so deep, that it often remains untapped, buried beneath self-doubt, fear, and the limitations we place upon ourselves. But here's the truth: you are capable of far more than you believe. You are stronger, smarter, and more resilient than you give yourself credit for. The power within you isn't something external. It doesn't rely on luck, circumstances, or someone else's permission. It exists within you, waiting to be discovered, nurtured, and unleashed. So many people go through life feeling stuck, trapped in routines and cycles that leave them unfulfilled. They settle for less because they've convinced themselves that their dreams are out of reach. But why? Why do we allow ourselves to shrink in the face of our potential? The answer often lies in fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping outside the comfort zone. But what if I told you that failure is not the end? That rejection is not a verdict on your worth? What if failure is simply feedback, a lesson guiding you towards something better? Every person who has achieved greatness has faced failure, disappointment, and setbacks. But the difference is, they didn't let those moments define them. They didn't let fear paralyze them. The world is full of people who stop just short of their breakthrough because they let fear win. Don't let that be your story. The power to overcome fear, to rise above doubt, to push forward when everything seems uncertain, it all comes from within. You don't need anyone to give you permission to pursue your dreams. You don't need a perfect plan, unlimited resources, or ideal circumstances. What you need is courage to take the first step, courage to keep going, courage to believe in yourself when no one else does. Belief in yourself is not about arrogance, it's about recognizing your worth and understanding that you are enough, just as you are. Every talent, every strength, every dream you have is there for a reason. But potential means nothing without action. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you never take the first step, if you never put yourself out there, your potential will remain dormant. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Small steps taken every day will lead to monumental results over time. Think about the people you admire, the ones who inspire you. What do they all have in common? It's not that they had everything handed to them. It's not that they never faced obstacles. It's that they kept going. They chose resilience over defeat. They chose growth over comfort. And most importantly, they chose to believe in themselves, even when the odds were stacked against them. You have that same power within you. You have that same ability to rise, to overcome, to create a life you're proud of. But here's the thing, unleashing your potential isn't a one-time event. It's not a finish line you cross, and then you're done. It's a continuous journey of growth, learning, and evolution. It requires you to show up every day, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. The moments when you want to quit, when you feel like nothing is working, those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you have to dig deep and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have. The way you think, the way you talk to yourself, the way you view your challenges, it all shapes your reality. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough, then that's exactly what you'll believe. But if you tell yourself you're strong, capable, and worthy, then you'll start to act like it. You'll start to carry yourself differently. You'll start to show up differently. And the world will respond to that energy. There will always be obstacles. There will always be challenges. But every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. Every challenge is a chance for you to grow, to become stronger, to prove to yourself what you're capable of. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never face obstacles, they're the ones who refuse to let obstacles stop them. They see challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is to let go of perfectionism. So many people never start because they're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. What matters is progress. What matters is showing up, even when it's messy, even when you're scared, even when you're unsure. Every small action you take moves you closer to your goals. Every effort counts. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have, and yet so many people waste it waiting for the right moment, waiting for someone else's approval, waiting for a sign. But the truth is, the right moment is now. The sign you're waiting for is already here. You have everything you need to start, right now, exactly where you are. Stop waiting. Start doing. Your future self is depending on the actions you take today. Unleashing your potential is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about shedding the layers of doubt, fear, and limitation that have been holding you back. It's about embracing your strengths, owning your story, and stepping into your power with confidence and courage. You are not here by accident. Your life has meaning, and your dreams have value. But it's up to you to make them a reality. So take a moment and ask yourself, what do you want? What are you willing to do to get there? Are you willing to face failure? Are you willing to feel uncomfortable? Are you willing to keep going even when it's hard? Because the truth is, success is not reserved for a special few. It's available to anyone who's willing to show up, to put in the work, and to refuse to give up. The power within you is limitless. It's waiting for you to tap into it, to trust it, to unleash it. So don't hold back. Don't let fear win. Don't let doubt steal your dreams. Stand tall, believe in yourself, and take that first step. Because everything you've ever wanted, everything you're capable of becoming, is on the other side of fear. And you have everything you need within you to get there. Now go out there and unleash your potential. Every one of us has a vision of success, a version of greatness that we dream of achieving. But the journey to that vision isn't always clear, and it's rarely easy. Success isn't handed out freely, it's earned through resilience, dedication, and an unshakable belief in yourself. The road to greatness isn't a straight path. It's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments that will test your patience, your courage, and your willpower. But every challenge you face, every hurdle you overcome, is shaping you into the person you need to become to handle the success you seek. Too often, people give up when the road gets tough. They convince themselves that success is reserved for a select few, for those who are luckier, smarter, or more talented. But the truth is, success doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about where you started, who doubted you, or how many times you failed. What matters is your willingness to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. Greatness isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to quit. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a crucial part of it. Every failure carries a lesson, every mistake an opportunity to grow. The road to greatness requires you to embrace failure, to see it not as a sign to stop, but as a sign to adjust, to learn, and to come back stronger. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about using it as fuel to keep moving forward. Your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have on this journey. The way you think shapes the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. If you approach every challenge with the belief that you can overcome it, that you have what it takes, then you're already halfway there. But if you allow self-doubt, fear, and negativity to take over, you'll find yourself stuck, unable to move forward. Your thoughts have power, and it's up to you to use that power to your advantage. Every goal you set, every dream you chase requires action. Dreams without action are just wishes, and wishes don't build legacies. You have to be willing to put in the work, to take risks, and to step outside your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in the moments when you're challenged, stretched, and pushed to your limits. It happens when you decide to show up day after day, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when you're not sure if it's working. The road to greatness also requires clarity. You have to know what you want and why you want it. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get lost, distracted, and pulled in a million different directions. Take the time to define your goals, to understand what success looks like for you, and to map out the steps you need to take to get there. Your blueprint for success is unique to you, and it's your responsibility to build it brick by brick, step by step. But no road to greatness is traveled alone. Along the way, you'll need support, mentorship, and guidance. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who push you to be better. Distance yourself from negativity, from those who doubt you, and from those who try to pull you down. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your mindset, your motivation, and your progress. Discipline is the foundation of every success story. Talent might get you started, but discipline keeps you going. It's the ability to show up consistently, to stay focused on your goals, and to do the work, even when motivation fades. Motivation is great for getting started, but it's discipline that carries you through the days when you don't feel like showing up. Build habits that support your goals, eliminate distractions, and stay committed to the process, even when the results aren't immediate. Success isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. The road to greatness will test you, break you down, and build you back up stronger than before. It will force you to confront your fears, to face your weaknesses, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. But every struggle, every moment of doubt, and every victory will shape you into the person capable of living the life you've been dreaming of. The road to greatness isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to walk it. It's not about having all the answers, it's about having the courage to start, the resilience to keep going, and the faith to believe in yourself when no one else does. You have everything you need within you to achieve greatness. You have the strength, the talent, and the determination to overcome any obstacle in your path. So don't wait for the perfect moment, because it will never come. Don't wait for someone else to believe in you, because it starts with you. Take the first step, no matter how small, and then take another and another. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop moving forward. The road to greatness is long, it's challenging, and it's uncertain, but it's worth every step. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and remember, greatness isn't a destination, it's a way of life.